here to Zoom. Well, I am trying something new tonight. We're going to see how this goes. I have decided that as one of my teaching and one of my courses at the Medicine Woman Solution Academy, I wanted to teach people how to do breakouts, how to do that. Here you are, you're living each day, and all of a sudden you reading through spiritual investigation the clues. And you have to view them through your spiritual mindset. And then there's a breakout. If you're breaking out of the matrix and you're having a breakout because you're looking at the clues and you're trying to put them in a certain way, you've got to learn how to become in more of a spiritual mindset to see more of the clues. And we discovered that I can use a tool to use Zoom to be able to get an interview with a person through Facebook Live. Long story short, you are beginning to see that we have the panel over here of me and Amy. Now, if I shrink this down, you won't see us at all, but you can hear Amy. Correct, Amy?
I hope so.
You hope so. So we're going to have Amy talk for a few minutes because we got to be able to tell if we have feedback. And hopefully somebody is here to tell us whether or not. So I can hear myself out there because my husband's doing a feedback for me.
Alan, volume, please.
So now I'm trying to find where because I can't see the screen. And so if somebody's talking to me, I'm not going to be able to see it. So now, Amy, this is where I got to find where I'm doing something live. This is funny. Oh, that might be it right there. Well, yes, it is.
What pages are you on besides?
Oh, YouTube and Medicine Woman Solution.
Okay.
There we have a hello. That's good. We're going to end up giving you a one card read, and we're just experimenting as well. If you think, okay, Amy, I want you to talk. And if you hear Amy have like an echo, let me know. So Amy, pick a card for me and then read it to me. So she's going to draw me an Ascension card. And what I'm going to do is so that you will see her is that we're going to do this.
You got the Saint Germain card.
All righty.
Saint Germain, Lord of Civilization, cooperates as Archangel Zediel to transmute the lower energies of the world into the violet flame. He has a great alchemist. He is a great alchemist, and I can't speak.
What's the message?
Okay, the affirmation is, I believe in my ability miracles.
So I believe in my abilities and miracles. So, yes, I do believe. And that's an important thing, is to believe. Okay, so like I said, we're doing something just a little different. We're doing a lot of audio and readjusting stuff. So we have a couple of people in the room. And I'm, you can pay for a reading if you would like. And that's, you get 6 minutes for $11. Or we're going to try this format out if we draw a card. That's what we're going to do. And we have two people that are in the room that I can see. Now, are you able to see them? Miss Ames?
Yeah, you're one of them.
Well, I have Alicia. Alicia, are you still here? And then Nicole. If Lisa and Alicia would like a card, let us know. And Nicole, if you'd like to have a card, let us know. Now, are you able to see our pictures just fine? Because what's interesting is my screen down below shows up completely different. So now
Yeah.
I'm really concerned. Can see and hear you both, and concerned. Can see and hear you both, and Amy. Good. Card, please. So, because on my one screen, I have this great big black screen, so I have no idea if that's what you're seeing. You should see both me and Amy, and Lori said she would like a card.
Okay.
So what we're going to do, this is how we're going to do it. Now, it's not going to just be one card. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Spirit to connect with me. And as I pick a card, we're going to see what the message is. Now, I'm going to grab one, and then Amy's going to end up grabbing one too. Okay? So in this case, it says the card is that there's an issue with your attraction. Okay? So there's something to do with your attraction. And the attraction in this case, if it's not abundant, it could come out negative. So it's something to do with your attraction. So we're going to then ask Amy to pull an Ascension card. Oh, thank you, Rebecca, or Beck. Thank you for that feedback. So why is Laura having problems with the attraction? Let's look at that.
Okay, how many cards do we want here?
Just one.
Okay.
So we'll just have to have her, what do you call it? Draw a little faster.
Yeah. Lord, I can't even pronounce his name.
Spell it.
Kuthumi
Kuthumi.
is the world teacher in his incarnation as Saint Francis, who built the Taj
Mahal.
One of the wise men, Lord Kuni, practice harmlessness.
Okay, do me a favor. What I want you to do is that pick a deck different than that for now.
Thank you.
Pick a deck until we're familiar with that one. Kind of froze my laptop or my iPad. Good one.
I got this one is the heart portal.
So you got to open up the heart. Is it upright?
Reciprocity, generosity, and rusting. Can't see that.
So you open up so she needs to open up her heart portal. So when you are manifesting, just let me tell you this. The best way to manifest is when you have your heart and your mind synchronized. So if you're thinking about it and you're feeling you got your emotions going, understand that's just in the head space. You need to bring it down into the heart space. And when you start to synchronize, so the best way to do that is to breathe in 5, breathe out 5, nice and slow. And that gets the heart to start to become a little bit more rhythmic. And that's what you want. And so then when you start to manifest and you're focusing, become mindful, bring yourself through the heart. That is what I want. Now, while you're doing this, I want you to look up Sajada's, not Sajada. I don't know why she came to mind. Hi. Patricia's. She sent you an email. Did you know that? She wanted to.
Wanted, whatever.
Whatever. Oh, okay. But I think that whatever was important. That's very important. Okay. So with that in mind, real quick, we're going to pull it out, is that this is the masculine energy. What isn't she? No, she has it in reverse. Okay. In this case, why? Why is this important? Well, it's to understand simply that what are you not able to bring to pass? What are you trying to do? So if you're trying to do this and you can't finish something, you need to call in more of the yang masculine energy so that you can follow it through to get it out. Sometimes we get so used to pushing people aside. Oh, a man, okay. Our subconscious mind and everything just puts everything to a halt. But if you were just push it aside and realize that if it's just the behavior and stuff, you still need the yang, not a penis. You understand? You need the yang energy that is about helping you create an idea and following it through. And it's starting to define the little bit of differences instead of saying everything's black and white. Now draw a card on top of that for us, my dear.
Okay. Inspirational creation, alchemy and the elements, and innovation.
Okay, so just make sure we let her know it's around 9:50 or a 10 stamp for Patricia. Yes. Now, are you able to see the screen? Because I'm not able to at all. My iPad froze up.
Able to see the comments? Yes.
Mm-hmm. Who's next? Anybody else saying they want anything?
Rebecca,
yay!
Okay, Amy's camera sound isn't as clear. Just letting you girls know.
Thank you. What does it sound like? Echoing, or do you hear other stuff in the background?
Do I sound like I'm in a tin can?
Or do you keep hearing owls hoot because of some sound that's in her house that drives me nuts? She can't hear it. She says she doesn't know it. And I'm like, bye. It's still there. But I was trying to get rid of the echo because the echo is apparently my speaker picking it up. All right. So anyway, we'll wait for that feedback. Now, Rebecca, when it comes to, I'm just going to look. There's always about money or business because this woman is a very awesome entrepreneur and she does all of these. Hey, Rebecca, we're going to eventually have you do this one day with me so you can introduce your stuff. There's an opportunity. Ready. So you're able to bring stuff to fruition. Okay, so you're able to allow yourself to bring it to fruition. And yeah, it sounds like she's in a can. Crap. Okay. Anyways, you can bring stuff to fruition. Now, give a card on top of that, and I will have to figure out how to shut down one more item in my space.
Okay.
Oh, that completely cuts me off. I can't hear it all.
Oh, that's not good.
No, that's not good.
Memory and connection.
What's that say again?
Awakening, ancient knowledge, memories, and connection.
That's very good to know because that means as you are bringing things to fruition, it goes along with what you've been doing as far as healing. Now, I just changed my mic. If people can't hear me, I will need to know as far as that goes as well. We can hear you, Amy. It's just not as clear as Brenda's. That's interesting. This is going to be a tweaking of a deal. Okay, so this is what happens when you begin to learn something new. It's all there's all of these little hidden gems. And then this is also good for Rebecca if you think about it. It's the stuff you don't know you need to know and that you find out afterwards when you do things. Okay, so I knew about let's do this duality show, about how you do it. And the funny part was it wasn't ready. It wasn't aligned. Now it's aligned. Yeah, why couldn't I have studied before? Well, I had been exposed to it. I tried studying it. Gave me a headache. Just let it go. Now, what was interesting was today I could feel it inside. Oh, it's time. It's time. It's time. See, and I had to have one piece, which was putting the academy up. Now that the academy is starting up and the classes are starting to begin, that are being created, then all of a sudden Spirit says, oh, you have to do this. You have to do this for the students. You have to do this. And so then all of a sudden I go, what do I got to do? And the next thing you know, boom, boom, boom. This is what came out of it. So now as you begin to work out the kinks, you can't just work it out sometimes in behind closed doors. You have to work it out with people. And there is no shame in any of it. Somebody may have a piece of information that I don't have that I need. So it's the things you don't know you need to know. And this is how you do it. You don't have to feel shamed, embarrassed, or failure, or nothing like this. It's going with flow. It's understanding it even further. Yes, Steve, I am learning something new. Can you believe it? Yes. Okay. Now, anybody in the room, which I can't see whether or not they wanted a read? Oh, good. We got Nicole. Oh, she's back. Good. Something about what's in store in 2020. Love and all that. Angela Allen's there. Hello. Okay. So, one card, I mean, I don't know how some people just do one freaking card. I just can't do that. But if you want more than that, if you want a more in-depth read, you're more than welcome to. And that would entail that if you wanted to pay, you could, all there is to it. If you wanted PayPal, you have to let me know which one you're on. And if you needed information, yes, Linda, you'll get your card. It's so hard to see. Please don't yell at me or I won't get you a card. I'm running 1, 2, 3, 4 computers. So it's all about learning stages. I wasn't even going to come on, but then all of a sudden it's like, oh, we're going to do this. We are? What? Now, Amy, can you see the other one in Medicine Woman Solution?
I have Medicine Woman Solutions. Yeah.
Okay, so you'll have to put the cards down and make sure you take note of who's next in line. That is how we're going to keep order in the rooms. Does this make sense?
Makes sense.
All right, we're also on PayPal too, and we will see what comes from that. Yeah, you will notice that I am not like other readers. If you are in the room and we get your name on the list, you will get your card. You will not be skipped. This is why sometimes I can go up to 3 to 4 freaking hours. All righty. So the first person is, and the only reason that Nicole is because she was on first when we first opened the doors. And I can't, the iPad does not have a mouse. Ha 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 ha. I'm looking, I got 2 mice in front of me trying to figure out how to get that one to scroll. That's hilarious. Hilarious. Let's go back over. Now, Nicole, Love Life. Well, I don't want those cards. And as Amy begins to write down everybody's name. So this is Medicine Woman Solution, and I am Brenda Jean Power. I am a medicine woman, and we are trying out different things today. When it comes to Amy is learning, and Amy is graciously has stepped up, decided, hey, Amy, I'm going to throw you under the, not bus, but I throw you out in the wind of the help. She's like, well, all right, whatever. So she's really game. So that's good. Love life is a fact. You have to begin to learn to trust. And if you don't begin to learn to trust, what's going to happen is that you're not going to be the one. And the reason you won't be the one is because you won't allow yourself to be the one. So you have to learn how to trust first. Trusting first is very important. Not just them, but yourself. The moment you begin to trust yourself, then this could be the one. You can be the one because it's in the reverse aspect. There's a part of you that has to wake up and see something in particular. Now, if you have trust issues, what do we do, Amy, when we have trust issues? Do we just talk about them? We heal them.
Nope. Shit out.
We heal that shit out. Exactly. Very, very important to do so. Now, in the future, we may have to get Amy a microphone or something because there is a different sound when she does talk. Now that I've tuned in just a little bit more with my hearing, I'm so used to talking to Amy that I don't hear it. But now all of a sudden I do. I hear like there is like a tin can muffled sound, not like earlier where it was like an echo that went with it. So who's next?
BJ.
No. Linda. How do you spell that? Kusiak. Linda. Linda. Wow, I just sat and shuffled them, Linda. There seems to be a trust issue there as well. But on top of that, Amy, grab a card. Get ready. You're going to slap a card on here. Besides trust, what do I need to know about this? About the trust itself. What are you not able to separate? Because the next card is about the separation, but it came in reverse. This is something that you're not able to separate. Now, a lot of times it has to do with other people's energies. And when your body is picking up the thoughts and emotions and stuff of other people, it can cause you to not trust, or it may have you, because you don't know where they end and you begin. And there is the connecting heaven and earth and the what do you call it? The Celtic wave and the hookup that can help separate your energy so that you can be with your loved one without having to become your loved one. You can learn to bond and build together without losing your identity. What card do you have to throw on top of that?
The Guardians. Shielding, defense, and warning.
So then that becomes the question is, are you able to have your guard up? Or do you have your guard up? Or can you actually put a boundary to have a guard? I would say go just a little bit further with that. Again, if we had a longer read, we would. And I just shuffled my cards backwards. All right, so now let's going back. After Nicole was, let me just make sure I got this right. Anybody else up here? Now, in the Medicine Woman Solution Rooms, we have an Annette. There's a Lauren too. So there's a Lauren and Annette. If you're still in the room, then don't leave the room. You're going to get a card. Just hang in there. I need to know if you're still there. I'm not going to read a card. You're just going to disappear. Yep. So we're going to check again in Medicine Woman Solution. I can't tell. It says there's only three people in the room. So those other three where they could be, they're not there. Now, YouTube, nobody's talking, but there's people there. And while I'm waiting to see if anybody else is in the room up there, we will go to BJ next. BJ Road. Now, I'm going to have you lead with a card, Aim. Lead with a card.
Solar portal. Being centered, balancing power, and manipulation.
So you need to balance your power so you don't create a manipulation? And that's a solar what?
Solar portal.
A solar portal. So this solar portal is learning to find balance. And what they're telling me with this card is that you need to engage. That becomes mean more mindful. It means to allow yourself to be more involved into, what am I being treated like? If they are manipulating, just stop and say, why do I need to be manipulated? It took me a while to learn, almost 18 years, to know I was being gaslit every day of my marriage. I stopped that real quick. Okay, so in that room, we have a Lauren Cooper. So she said end card. So in this case, there's another deck I know you have. Get one that you're comfortable with, Amy, because I need that card. Just grab another deck.
Grab another deck?
Yes. Doesn't have to be the future. Just grab a deck that's easy to read, easy to pull, because I don't think it's those that she's supposed to have. And then I still feel like I need to find the relationship of the self, and I'm going to look that up. And it said, you have to learn to flirt. You need to learn to love yourself, which is that stop doing self-deprecation. And talk to yourself in a nice way. Allow yourself to have that lighthearted part of you and, become your best friend. That is what your energy is to emanate. And then when she draws a card, she'll tell you why it's related to flirt.
Animal bond. Stand up for all animals.
Okay, so becoming an activist and being a voice for those that have that you need. Now, you may need to bond or however it is, but you'll find out that probably animals love you. Who knows? And if they do, there is that, cute little way of just bonding. And so maybe they're telling you to learn to bond with yourself. It's very important. Okay, so if anybody else is in that room, let me know. And the next on the list after that is who?
Jordana.
Married and woman? Interesting. Jordana? All right, there's another deck you have. What deck is that?
This one that I have in my hand is Mystical Wisdom. I have Magical Dimensions, and I have Gaia out.
Get the Magical Dimensions. Is that hard to read?
No.
All right, maybe that's the one. Okay, so, good. Lauren says, good. Okay, so we'll do that, and we'll go from there. And then hopefully, who else do you got on the list? Because I see Angela, so she's here.
I have Jordana,
okay.
Sita, Linda. We did Linda, and Angela.
Okay. All right. So who are we reading now?
Did we do BJ?
Yeah.
We should be. So Jordana.
Okay. So Jordana, I can't do anything until she draws a card first because Spirit says something about the fact whatever deck she has, there's some cards going to play off this one.
Isolation, loneliness,
isolation and loneliness.
Isolation, loneliness, reconnection, and home.
Reconnection, home. Depends on how you view it, because if you feel that when you are, and my cards picked for you is serenity. And when you allow yourself to have that soul solitude and that serenity, and in that space, it is that relationship that you can have with yourself. Ego can say, oh, I'm alone and I'm lonely. Or your spirit self will say, just a minute, I have to tune things out and I got to get to know me. What do I like? What do I want to do? And as you begin to discover, like in Bridesmaids, she, dating this butthole of a guy, and then she's got her friends, and then she goes into crying, and you're not my best friend. But then when her life was falling apart, so then when she decided to get focused on her and moving forward with what she likes and developing that energy, then her life just completely turns around for the better. And that's what I feel. Okay. So who's next?
Sita.
Oh, okay. I go first. All right. Sita. It's not the same card, but it is soul solitude. So in this case, your soul needs attention. There are moments when it's important to get away, and not just from the noise of the outside world, but to find a place where your soul can experience peace and quiet, a place for soul solitude. This is a time to pause, time to reflect, and a time for you. This is an intentionally saying, nope, I'm done. Push the stress away. And it's like people say, well, I can't do that. I said, so when you ever had diarrhea, do you get soul solitude? Well, of course. because it's your body's pushing it. Your body is saying, I can't do this anymore. You don't need a bitch slap like that. You need to learn from what the body says, and is that you're going to have to excuse yourself politely. Oh my God, excuse me, I got to go. You don't have time to give excuses. You don't have time to go there. And so what do? You go to that next step. So I would highly suggest that you learn how to do that soul solitude for yourself and just get away. Go by the water. I have this one friend, she deliberately goes and collects seashells, or she'll go out and she'll find feathers. She'll take a walk in the woods. But man, she says she feels so refreshed after 20 minutes, just 20 minutes. Okay. So Trudy, you are on the list. Trudy, put Trudy on the list because she just popped into the room. Is she on the list?
She's on the list.
Awesome. Who's next?
Angela.
Angela Allen. Oh, well, Angela, you have some cards that got thrown out at me. Somebody wants you to hear something, Miss Angela. And it says, you're not able to take that moment. And you're not able to take that moment and just say, it's like when the butterfly, and you stop and you go, look at that butterfly. Because they said that they want you to aim for hope, not hoping. That's ego. Hope is to turn and find that light and just start walking towards it. It's the hope. It is that hope that all of a sudden you look and you're like, there's the answer. I know it is. And then you start aiming for certain things. Just allow your soul to guide you. Because the spirit world is very much near and helping you to get through any low point. Okay. And so that you can stop and take the moment in and just allow yourself to just go a little bit further. They say you can do so. And the card that goes on top of that could be
illumination, expression, positivity, joy, and inspiration.
So just think, if you're able to do that, you can illuminate even further. That's wonderful. All righty. What do we have, Amy, next?
We have Trudy next.
All right. Now we have another person that's added on the list. Have you got Sarah Louise?
She's already on the list there.
Wow. She's good. I apparently need to scroll. Oh, no, I did that. All right. Just want to make sure. Okay. Now, go ahead. Who would you say was next?
Trudy.
Just want to make sure she's paying attention. Trudy! I'm just going to say, Trudy, draw a card. And all of a sudden, what comes up is exactly. Oh, it says we are with you. The spirit has its own way of recognizing the care and love you provide to others. You are recognized on the other side of what kind of caregiver you are. And they're saying it's very good. They says, now you can also be that part of caregiver at the end of the life, a caregiver to help raise a child. You can be that caregiver, but it's that beautiful, special moments that you end up giving your attention and time to, and you don't skip it over. And they just want to give you some deep recognition. What card do you got to go with that?
Originality. Blaze your own trail.
So while you're able to help and love and be with that, it's just you must have a very unique part of yourself that can do that. And people, when they are close to you, can feel that. There's something. If not, get more original, because all of a sudden, more who you were embodying, the more you're going to be able to have people that will want that love without taking advantage of you. Who's next?
Livy.
Livy. When it comes to Livy, they said it's about receiving. They said you can't have one without the other. So if you're a type of person that give, you have to learn how to receive, because the person that's giving actually gets something out of it just as much as the person that's receiving. Like, I had to learn this a long time ago. I would have never been able to receive gifts because that's just who I was. That's wrong. Oh, I don't need it. But now, like, I know, like Amy gifted me this watch band all the way from Minnesota, and it came from South Australia. The time, the effort, the money, not just to buy it, but to ship it. And when it got here, it was received with great love, but it was sent with great love. You could actually see that somebody put the effort into it. So when you're receiving, understand there's usually something nice behind it. And as far as receiving, then you are a kind and loving soul who constantly reaches out and to give to others. But now it's time for you to learn how to graciously receive. See, universe is behind. Card for her.
A vacation. Take time for relaxation and adventure.
Ha 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 ha. So when you start to receive, also allow yourself to receive something for yourself. If you feel like Spirit is saying go and have that vacation, then do so. Say thank you, Spirit, with grace and ease, for you to be able to have the money or the time or whatever it is that could be gifted to you. So receive that. Okay, so Trudy said, wow, thanks so much for, I'm actually a care. Oh, really? And I'm about to start, oops, darn thing. Nursing. Oh, excellent. Well, I'll tell you, you're recognized. That's wonderful, Trudy. Okay, so who's next?
Sarah Louise.
Sarah. I feel like the word business came up. We're going to have, which deck are you using? Because I feel like we got to switch decks.
Yeah, I was thinking that myself. I'm Gaia.
All right, you do Gaia. I'm going to grab this deck and see what happens. Oh, great. They're going to make me read small print. No. Sarah, I feel this is around business for some reason, to bring money in. And they said that you have to learn how you, like, it shows up as appreciation, but what is it really telling you? It is really saying that it's upside down. So appreciation. The first thing that comes to mind is that, you know, you can do your gratitude, but let me just, I know what I want to say, but I have to read something. Apparently there's like some specific word in the reverse position. It is a warning that you're missing some important opportunities. You've lost your sense of gratitude and have gotten caught up in the prickly brambles of negativity and possibility, even despair. Stop focusing on what you don't have, even if it seems to be a lot. Instead, find something to appreciate about yourself. Okay, so first thing that comes up, because I know Sarah Louise, are you somebody else right now? Oh, darling, you are not you. So this particular issue is you're getting caught up in other people's stories. Now, I'm just going to slide that aside, and I'm going to ask Spirit, as you're doing that, because when you were growing up as a kid, you weren't really allowed to do what you wanted to do. Teenager, yes, but when you were in that younger stage, and it also helps you not have to focus on doing something that you don't quite understand. You know, and that is you're going into business, you're doing this and that. There's a lot to learn and to grow. And what happens, Sarah, is you're in the new stages of learning. And it's just so much easier to go back to old school of how, as a child, you were taught, look at my, and you were forced to look at what everybody else wants. So it is this appreciation for yourself. So look at, you do have opportunities. Don't let anybody convince you otherwise, and somehow kick these people off your body. You know how to do it. I've showed you a couple times already. And card that goes with this is?
It's called Winter's End. Regeneration, rebirth, and positive outcome.
Oh, excellent. Oh, it's a naughty card.
There's an affirmation that goes with the Gaia cards.
Oh.
The affirmation for this card is, I give thanks for the blessings that I receive each day. All is possible for me now. All doors are open. I invite prosperity into my life. I embrace new opportunities.
That's very nice. And I feel she has. I mean, she's at the stage in her life that she has, but you got to kick the people off because your body's going, who am I today? Just remember, I am Sarah. Say that 3 times. Maybe do some peanut butter. Celtic weave, kick these people off, use a healing tool. You've got this. All right, who's next?
Miss Lenny.
Ah. Well, ding. Yeah, we're absolutely correct. Miss Lenny. That's funny. Okay, so no for these cards.
Sarah Louise asked if she should wear her symbol.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We may have to tweak it. All right. So I'm not supposed to say anything but have faith. What are you doing, Ames? You drop a card?
Hard. No, I can't find the damn thing. There it is.
Okay, because I was going to say the card. Okay, so have faith 4, and then you were going to pull out a card and say
Galactic guidance, star family, and assistance and cooperation.
So you're stepping into a new arena of energies. So allowing that frequency to come in different than, the lower frequencies and telling the difference. All right. So next. My husband is on only to see if there's an echo, but I'm sure he is not sitting at the computer because he's outside. So somebody said hello and he left it. I'm sure he left the thing open for me. So just let you know if somebody said hi to him. Yeah, he's probably not there. Go ahead.
On a card.
Who?
Colleen.
Colleen. Okay, wonderful. Wow, there we go. Beauty. All right. So when it comes, what? Yeah, remember this is supposed to be if they want a longer read, then they can have that. Now, what it comes to is that you have the beauty card. How do you view beauty? You may have to notice that the beauty of the room, the beauty of you, who you are, or the beauty of what you're doing. And what card do you have?
2 seconds here.
Okay.
It's potential.
The beauty.
For your future.
Well, that is very good because you understand that the beauty of this is that you have all this potential in your future, and it's very important to begin to look at opportunities with a way to say, oh, that's beautiful, because in this quantum field, there is more joy than there is negativity, but we always seem to reach into the old programs. So just put back that shit and dig around and get the good stuff. Who's next?
Amanda Jane.
Amanda Jane. Now, remember, if y'all like what's happening here, then become friends and family at the fan pages. Amanda? Did you say Amanda? Patience. Jane. Now, what's interesting about this particular patience is that they're showing me, like, if you're gaming or if you're on the phone or you have a computer, what happens is all of a sudden it's like you feel this delay. And we want something fast because we know it can do, because we've seen the difference in comparison. And they said that there's sometimes it is like one time I was playing a gaming, it was EverQuest, and the person I was gaming with, well, actually the other 4 that we were playing with, one of them just lost its shit because we weren't doing exactly the timing that they wanted. And I thought, interesting. So it is how we react about something. And so they're saying, just kind of review the patience a little bit more so that you can tweak yourself in the next part of, like, especially being a mother or being a helper. What's the card that goes with that?
Competition, summon courage and self-confidence.
Competition. Now, here's the thing. You don't need to compete as much as stand and allow yourself to be in the vulnerability game, and knowing that you already won just by stepping in the ring, because a lot of people won't even step in the ring. Have patience with yourself when you're doing a transition into the next phase of your life. Okay, what's next?
TP.
We'll see you tomorrow in school. Okay, now hopefully all my students have read the etiquette of the classroom, and one of them is to show up and have your video on. So I'd like to see some purification. What are you hungry for, TP? It says you got to have hunger. If you really want change, you got to have hunger. If you really want that desire and where you need to go, if you really want spirituality, you need to hunger for it and forget all the fears and your inhibitions, because that particular hunger will take you to that next level. And that's what you want. Because in order for me to get to where I was in Australia, there was a part of me that hungered. I could feel that urge, that it literally pushed me into beyond my comfort zone and led the way to greater happiness. That's what I feel like you're doing, TP. All right, who's next? Oh, you got a card for TP? Yes.
Remembrance. Resurfacing of past feelings and emotions.
So it's important that if you're doing this, you had it in you once that you could do anything. But over time, it has changed. And the inhibitions that put you there, it's time to remember that you got this once. You got this. You had this. And you have it now. You just need to go in the next direction. All right. Who's next after that?
I'm not seeing anybody else.
Okay. If you're in the room and you want a card, you are more than welcome to say card, please. If you want something more than that and you want a longer reading, especially with healing tools of how you can actually heal, I would highly recommend that you choose this. Now, we've got Jazz. And then after this, we're going to see if Amy has something she needs to heal, and we're going to show you a few things. Now, we may not be able to because she's in an absolute good place. If she was sad as shit, then yeah, that'd be good. But she's not.
Be there, Brenda. I think we could.
Oh, you could go there? Jazz. Yeah. Jazz. As you're calling in your soulmate. Calling in your soulmate. What does that mean when you have a mate? Does that mean I'm going to have to break up with what I'm with? No. Sometimes it is waking up within that relation that this person is actually your soulmate. Now, here's an interesting little twist. My soulmate was my husband. But then my twin flame showed up. That trumps the soulmate, just to let you know. Especially when you've healed enough of your shit. Yeah, you'll know the difference. What card do you have to go with that?
Trust.
Oh, yeah. It is that trust. A lot of times we go right into that empty space. Anything else with it? There's the picture. Nice. Look at that magic around her by trusting. She goes, I know. Mary. What did she say? Jazz says, thank you. Thank you. Accidentally missed me. I didn't know we missed you. We had a list, but then we couldn't see. We must not have seen her to put it on the list. Oh, so sorry. Excellent. But Mary, from what I can tell, Dorsey. Just pick a. Okay, we will. We'll pick a card. No, wrong deck. Gotcha. Yes, this deck. We're going to do a healing in a minute, like I said, and you get to see how to use healing tools to resolve some of your shit. The card you got was upside down, but it says stand your ground. Standing your ground is an empowering, confident building and action to take from time to time. Now is the moment you need to stand your ground. You know you can do it, and you know that by doing so, you'll be victor. Now, it was upside down. So are you not able to stand up for something, or are you standing up for something, Mary? And as soon as Amy finishes picking a card, then we'll see what the other part. So what aren't you standing up for, or what are you done standing for?
But the unicorn card.
Ooh.
Invite serendipity.
So I would assume that you have to take that serendipity. That's a great movie, by the way, Serendipity. It is where you thought you were supposed to be, but then when you have that accidental. Oh wait, what is that? It's an accident. She'll read it to you, but it is part of where fate and everything comes in, and then helps you to awaken and to realign that maybe there's something else there. What is it for? What does that card say?
It says mysterious, playful, and pure. The unicorn is universally beautiful, mysterious, and difficult to capture or tame. It is fierce and protective, yet admirable or admirable. The unicorn is the symbol of serendipity, the occurrence of events by chance in a happy or beneficial way. This card represents good luck and making unexpected and favorable discoveries. Expect magic to happen. Luck is on your side.
Yeah,
The mantra card is I accept and invite serendipity into my life.
So do me a favor, go watch that movie. And you'll see how the universe can synchronously work together for you to pull you in the direction. And sometimes the alignment can take, it seems like forever, but it happens. Jane Waters. Well, I'm supposed to wait until she draws a card and then talks first. And then I'll tell you my card.
Majestic eminence. Pristine, divine, feminine, and worth.
All right. I want you to look up what that means. Because that eminence, okay? Hurry up, babe. I want you to look that up.
Oh, okay.
And because that eminence, that word, to define that word a little bit further, because there it is. She says, what do I need to do? The card I drew was that you had to learn to receive. That was what I was waiting for. Let me explain. It says, just like I said to someone earlier, it's about giving and receiving. Now, you may be a massive giver. You may even have the old belief system is that I can't receive. Oh, no. Thank you, but no thank you. But the point is that you can create karma by giving too much and not be receiving. You can tell somebody that wants to give you a gift and you're saying no, because you feel whatever. The point is that you're telling the universe the same thing. No. And you can train your brain to predict that you'll never receive anything good, which is going to interfere with how you're going to create your life. So you have to learn how to receive. And this can be the hardest thing for a person to do. I was there. Now I've healed a lot, used healing tools. Amy, a little bit further, what does that mean?
There are two different interpretations, but I'm choosing the oracle because it makes more sense to my brain. Regardless if you are in a male or a female body, this card suggests the need to balance the divine feminine aspects within yourself and honor your worth. Allow your wisdom and power to be expressed by example. Bask in your own star cadence with gratitude and love. Be confident with your choice and yet respect to all life.
Okay. So that word was what? Eminence?
Mm-hmm.
And that was spelled EMINEN.
CE.
Okay. So what I want to fame or acknowledge superiority with a particular sphere is it's about acknowledgement. It's about this energy that you have, and that is, and then you were supposed to receive the feminine. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And the card that I pulled was receive. So you have to step in and feel that yin energy. It needs to come into balance so that the yang of aggression, the yang of I have to get things done, yang where I have to say, do force and action. You're supposed to receive the feminine. You're supposed to receive. That's what I feel. Anyway, go ahead. That was more than but go ahead. Anybody else? Nope.
I don't see anybody else unless you do.
No, not seeing anybody else either. Okay. Now, remember, if you like this, the fan page, more than welcome to like the fan page, because we do other things. We do healings. The second part we're going to do here is what's called a healing. And these are different things that Spirit wants. Now, let's say she's come to my office. She says, okay, I need something to work on. Now, I feel like she has nothing to work on. I know she has lots to work on. But usually we wait for a lot of shit to come to the surface. And that is, please don't waste it when you get your bitch slaps. But in this case, I'm just going to say, what should she work on? And they said, really? She has one?
I have one what?
They're saying that you become very defensive, but nobody sees it because you hide it very well. Is that true?
I honestly did not hear you.
I wonder if it's related. They said that you are very defensive, but you hide it so well, nobody knows that you become defensive.
Very well.
What's that?
I hide that very well, Brenda.
Yes, that even her voice cut out on the show because so her soul's like fudge. So, and when you watch this back, it's like an hour into it. When you watch it back, Ames, I want you to notice how you're like, I didn't hear that. So, when she was little, did she not hear somebody being defensive or how defensive she was? So at 6 years old, you were very defensive and somebody was trying to correct your behavior. Is that true?
Probably.
Did you have to learn how to behave so that you can be around other little kids to play with at school?
Honestly, I don't know.
And what about when you were with adults? Did you have to be that pristine little girl?
You just had to do that. Yes, I did.
So somebody you don't like it. Where does that take you?
Ew.
It's funny. This reaction, she says it makes her feel ew. That's a twang, people. She has an emotion inside of her that's gone twang. What the hell does that even mean? Well, she could feel it. Somehow that picture of that just kind of throws her off. And it seems to affect your gallbladder because you know that that's how you can make things fair. Because when it's unfair, it's like, but mommy. Just for a moment, when you are taught to play fair, or that everything has to be fair, or that you have to be in particular relationships, could you not show that it hurt?
Oh no, never. I mean, I was taught from being knee high to a grasshopper. I mean, you don't cry. You don't.
Okay, so you have got to actually allow yourself to feel this particular pain or feel this way that it's okay to giving yourself permission to be something more. That's really important. Does this make sense?
Mm-hmm.
No, I need her to have a really good connector. Can you feel like something bad's going to happen if you didn't learn it?
Oh, yeah. I would get my ass whooped.
Okay, so notice how confident she's, whatever. But if I asked her to get connected with that, this is funny because her second chakra is very blown. That energy of her body is just poof. So you're not allowed to show emotions. Mm-hmm. Wow. Is that what you want her to heal? No. You want her to look at how she was going to get hurt. How she shuts down. What does she do? She goes into auto response and she doesn't even know. There's actually an active memory that kicks in when you were about 5 years old. They said that the part of you was, you expected your family to be there for you when you were feeling very hurt and defensive, and they weren't. So how they showed up at that particular time shocked you and hurt you. Is this true? What happened at that time?
Trying to think. I had the chicken pox.
No.
Time.
Okay, so spirit will make something come up now that you know that you have to work on a particular defensive thing, and that's fine. We have 2 more people in the room. Hey, LB and Jazz, do you want a card? We're both picking cards. We're both playing around and having a good time. So I'm just going to pull a card for LB, and then we'll pull one for Jazz. So LB, they want you to bring in the masculine energy, and that is not a penis as much as learning how to take something you're creating and bring it forth, to make it happen, to be assertive, to be aggressive, to be in putting that energy into action to see something come to pass. And it goes with the card Amy picks is
Throat portal.
Throat?
Speak your throat.
Okay. So part of how you speak, you need to be more open and aggressive or assertive or whatever. Go ahead.
Speak your truth, courage, and suppression.
Go look in the book what I mean by that. Speak your suppression. Is that what it said? So learning to find out what you suppressed in your life. She says, yeah, I'm going into business. Oh, yeah, you would have to learn to create a different established way of being. Wasn't that interesting? Just give you a couple more seconds. We're going to look a little bit more in that card. So Amy will pick that up.
Okay, being the truth of who you are, the deepest and deeply integrating empowerment into your soul will enliven and honor your true purpose, understanding your power of verbal communication and learning the balance between your willpower and your soul power.
Nice. Absolutely nice. Yes. Very good. Yes, I feel like I have to change a few things in my mindset. Well, then that'll be one of the things I've definitely say is if you're going to feel like you need to change something in your mindset. They said, notice how you feel that security becomes unstable when it comes to, okay, you're going to do business, you're going to do this and that. That's not always, I better trust my gut and then not do something. They say heal out that particular fear that you had in the past that caused you not to be able to read that situation better and clearer. You can use healing tools. There's a bunch of free healing tools at medicinewomansolution.weebly.com. Now, Jazz, are you still here, sweetheart? You're welcome, LB. Jazz, are you still here? And then we have a Jenna. Okay, so Jazz, are you here, sweetheart? Jazz Lee? Jazzy Lee. I haven't heard from Jazz in a while. Ooh, what's going on there? My head's spinning, Jazz. All of a sudden, Jazz, if you are listening, the power card came up. Somehow, I feel, wow, I swear somebody came up behind me and just started to shake my chair. Do you have any interference? Your nerves. So when you're downloading, are you able to download the energy? If it is, and if it's too much, take it slow, Jazz, because literally your nerves have to learn how to acclimate that new light. Okay. What card goes with that for Jazz?
Dreamscape, dream work, subconscious, and imagination.
Nice. So again, it's going into that dream space and downloading. Jenna. The card came upside down. I'm not going to say it yet. Amy, I need you to draw the card, and then I will tell what it is.
Sacral portal, creativity, intimacy, and inhibition.
Now, we understand that first chakra, or not the first, your sacred portal. Which one does it say?
Sacral portal.
Sacral. Okay. Yeah. You said sacred. Sacral. Yes, that's the first chakra. Right? Why am I throwing? I'm throwing myself off. Okay, so it's learning how to get the information properly, whatever it is going in your life, and you make it so. Because the card I got, believe it or not, is up and upside down. And in this case, it says, the card, when it's upright, says, give your relationship a chance. And there's a part of you that says that you got to, so do you need to give that second? No, it's upside down because how many chances can you give is what I heard. And there's a certain amount of panic within you. And they said that this is happening because of the first chakra. It does not feel like a very stable family or stable thing, if that makes any sense. Sacral chakra. Yes, second. Oh, I knew something didn't seem right. Relationships. Thank you, TP. Where'd my mind? Oh, yes, that's right. Correct the information that comes in so the second chakra can be made so. Whew. You have anything else to add? Nope. All right. So this makes sense. It really does. But for me, it makes sense. In your life, I don't know how it does. We'll see. Yeah, you are on point. Excellent. Good job. Thank you, Spirit. Now, Amy, let's getting back to that defensiveness and how you're supposed to be quiet and not show your expression. And sometimes you can't just heal from that point. You may say, oh, yeah, it happened at 5. But what about the development of the auto response of silent brooding? Don't spit your water out. I should have waited.
Yeah.
So tell people why you are connected to that word when I said silent brooding.
I do that quite a bit. Or I did that quite a bit.
So you're growing. Okay. What did it give you to silent brood? It means mull it over in your head. Get in that space of dickweed and So how did you feel? Does it help you think things through, or does it allow you just to bitch in the moment, wallow in it, and then let it go? To bitch in the moment?
Uh-huh. Because it doesn't help you work anything through, because you can't solve a problem with the
same mind that created it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, interestingly enough, you're silently brooding, but here I want to address this from Jenna. She says point on point. She's the twin flame separation, but I'm so attached. I don't know if it, let me explain something about this. I don't care if there's your soul buddy. That doesn't help. What is it they say? So your twin flame and your soul mate. If you are not in your soul position, then you won't be ready for them. But if they're not in working through their shit, then they won't be ready for you. So if you come together prematurely, you're going to have one hell of a rocky ride. Now, my twin flame, I had my soul. Okay, so I drew in my soulmate, and 4 years into that, all of a sudden, I was growing in a different way than he was. And I don't want to say he didn't grow, but at the same time, we didn't grow together. Two great people that just don't fit. But we stuck it around because I knew I had to stay. And then in year 18, all of a sudden it's like, I'm so tired of this. And then all of a sudden I discovered that he was gaslighting me. But I was living in that paradigm with him. And he was there to help me work through my shit. Along comes my soulmate, or my twin flame. And I think it was a year or two before, and I didn't quite know they were quite my twin flame. But as it began to discover, when it came time that I was done, I tried divorcing this man twice. Second time, I just ran away because there's no way to deal with somebody when you in that position. So I said, Spirit, take care of this. I'm done. Spirit says, oh, so I ended up in the arms of my twin flame. Now, Spirit aligned this up nicely. Now, I told my twin flame, there is no way in hell I'm going to be with you. And he's watching. There's no way I'm going to be with you if you didn't heal your shit. I can't be with you and honor you if I don't heal my shit. So I had to stand back and work so hard. Now, we didn't talk to each other for a long time. And I kept going psychically, heal your shit, because I don't like this one. And I'm moving forward. Heal your shit, heal your shit, heal your shit. I mean, every day I'm like sending out those waves. And then all of a sudden, about a year and a half, 2 years into psychically sending in information, I woke up one morning, my whole body's vibrating differently. I says, hey, fuck, he did it. He did it. He did for 6 hours straight. Oh my God, he did it. He healed the shit. Oh my God. Okay, what do I do? What do I do? Finally, I decided, what are you doing? Just type him. I said, oh, do you heal? And I thought, I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't know what I'm going to say. Finally, I just said, oh, you healed it. And he says, yes, I did. And then all of a sudden it was like, boom, click, click, click. And the soulmate, I was done with, because we had grown completely in opposite directions. And then the twin flame was ready and I was ready. Now, if you come together, we had already met 2 years prior, but we hadn't closed doors. We haven't finished our shit. We haven't taken care of and made it final of all the stuff that we needed to, because we knew that if we come together, when we first touch, it was going to be kismet. It was going to feel great. But the thing is that we did not want to burn each other out. And so we worked really hard. We both did. We used emotional, EFT, hope therapy, you name it. I have a whole bunch of free healing tools that can help you move along your path to that next stage. No, they're both Pisces. It's like this constant circle. Really? Worse than a goldfish 3 sides. Oh my God, really? But it's your fairy tale. Yes, but you can heal it and help and grow. You just got to decide what you would like to do with this person and do with the soul and do. And it's you can be amazed how fast you can grow. You really can. If you ask my husband, Alan, now, and a year and a half, 2 years was like murder. I swear. It was like hell. It was like, both sides of us were both, ugh. But it went so fast. And all of a sudden it was like, yay, it's here. Honest to God, I had no contact. So neither one of us knew if either one of us was working. And I just kept saying, thank you. Heal your shit. Thank you. What shit do I need to heal today? Because I really want to be in joy and space. All right. Anybody else pop in the room that wanted a card? We have I seen Julie and I think that says, I cannot read that. It starts with an F. Fam? I can't tell. If you want a card, you just go ahead and ask. We'll give you a card. If you want a longer read, then we do paid readings as well. Yeah, it doesn't help to have the arrow on your face. Oops. I was. Okay. Different modes. That's what I'm doing. Different modes.
Is there anybody in YouTube land?
No. Well, there is, but nobody's answered. And the other one, nobody said anything either. So again, Amy, let's go back. Oh, wait. Nope. Let's go back to talk to you. Miss Amy.
Yes, ma'am.
You have some new information. Yes?
Yes.
And so what was the first thing that I talked about? I don't know. All right. I know you remember silent brooding. To the point where you're not talking. There you are. And you were taught to be quiet. You were taught to do all these things. And there's a part of you that needs to move in that direction that allows you to take that next step on developing that second chakra, healing it back into shape, bringing that bad energy back into balance, the yin and yang, so that you can allow yourself to take that relationship with your family and your friends in a different level, more of who Amy is and not what her auto response is from the past, because you're losing power to it. That's one of the things that is important. You know, it may not be a healing tool, but it's healing information. It'll help you connect the dots. Jenna said, thank you guys a lot. It's toxic, so I'm trying to make him understand I love him just the same, even if I do keep him on blocks. You'll get there one way or the other. If you're new in this room, if you want a card, you go ahead and ask. We will be grateful to give you a card. Remember, if you like this, then go ahead and hit the like page so that you can be notified, also to say you're notified. So, Miss Aim, what are you going to pay attention to? You got this information. You're just going to sit down and go like, yeah, whatever. I'm going to go back to my life and go back to sleep. No. What are you going to do with this information I gave you?
I'm going to do shit.
Now, do you have enough experiences to heal that shit?
No, that's why I go to Brenda.
So when we're not talking and that stuff comes up, you have to know what triggers you, because you have an auto response. An auto response means that you're an automatic pilot. You can just, your body can be there. The rest of you can just be somewhere else. You can skip. Now, if you watch the movie Click, you would quite understand that you would try to click your way to fast forward through that shit. I don't want to do that shit. I don't want to do that shit. Before you know it, now that instead of being a young 18-year-old, you're an old fart. And you're like, wait, what happened? Where did the time go? So we're going to rewind time just a bit and to allow yourself to get the power back and put it back into your body instead of leaving it into the past, if that makes any sense.
Makes sense.
So you have to pay attention to what?
To the triggers.
Good. What's it going to trigger?
It's going to trigger
an auto response of silent brooding in the same way you've acted before. You're going to do it exactly the same way you've done it before. How you do anything is how you do everything until you change it. Remember, you were taught to be what? Quiet, don't say nothing.
Quiet, don't say nothing. I was taught that children are to be seen and not heard.
And now you are this beautiful woman that has a voice. It's very, very important to be seen and to be heard, because you get a movement. We got a movement, people. We got a movement to wake up this wonderful world together and help people to get out of their hells and into their heavens. Simply put, hell is what, Amy?
Life.
Yes, the shit in it. And what is heaven?
Heaven is spirituality and feeling all of your shit so that you can be in your ball of joy.
Wow, she has been listening. So, heaven and hell are two states of mind. Which do you choose? I know what I choose. Oh, what?
I choose heaven.
Yes, exactly. So you can create this heaven on earth and allow yourself to be guided by your spirit. Allow yourself to be guided to the next level of where you need to be. And you don't have to be railroaded, harmed, let those arrested developments or auto responses take over and just be a program. We're going to pop you out of that matrix so that you can move forward. And you don't have to live in hell. You can live in heaven. Tools help a great deal, don't they?
They do. They really do.
So you got your homework assignment. I don't feel like anybody else in the room want any more readings, and I'm good to go because I'd like to cook supper and eventually just to snuggle down with my honey buns and watch a good movie with them. And that's what I'm going to do. So we're testing out different times of the day. So a lot of you are like, oh my God, what time are you on? Well, we don't know where you're from. So if you're here still, if you are, kind of tell us where you're from. That's what we should have asked, because we're checking out different time zones. I'm going to go back to doing maybe one night a week at 9 o'clock at night, Australian time, which ends up being 4:30 Pacific, Central. Which one are you?
Central time.
Central time. And, so this young lady here what time is it there right now?
It is 2:45 in the morning.
And we really appreciate her stepping up. So she's the one that brought it up to people. She says, hey, you going to do any more 9 o'clocks? And I said, I don't know. And then all of a sudden she says, when it's 9 o'clock, you tell me. Text her, oh, it's 4:30 in the morning. I'm like, what are you doing up? And then she's, I'm testing. I said, oh, so she already was basically ahead of me when it come to the idea that we're going to do this again. And so Spirit is always having us go back and forth. I think this is a great thing. So if this is a good time for you, let us know too. And if you're watching the repeats, then you can say it. So it's almost wow, Teresa, she's almost 4 a.m. here. Yeah, so you're about she has to take care of people. She's in that position of a caretaker, and then your whole time zone gets all messed up, don't it, Teresa? Well, you better make sure you get some resties by the time this class comes on, because I like to see your pretty little face. Okay. I guess I should have asked earlier. Shouldn't I? Well, we will definitely figure it out where you're all from and, time-wise. Thank you very much. Now I'm just going to hit this and we're going to say, what do I always say? Resolve to evolve.
Heal instead of deal.
You can heal that and stay blessed. Yes, people just remember, always stay blessed. You can do that. So now it's time for me just to find the actual remotes that know how to run each one of these to say end on each one.